Here's that grilled chicken I was just telling you about. It's marinated with Italian dressing. Man, Italian dressing marinated chicken on the grill, it's tough to beat. On the side, I got a little Buffalo Wild Wings spicy garlic sauce. You know I like my protein, but there's a little secret here.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to another vlog. My name's Ryan Miller. I'm presenting the vlog, obviously. GST Winter Bulk. This is day 26. It's a deadlift day. It's 90% one rep max day. This is the first time that I've done or had even 400 pounds on the docket in years. I haven't done this for a while, so truthfully, I'm a little bit intimidated inside my mind, and that's normal. That's part of 90% weeks for a lot of people. One thing I have to keep in mind, and I always tell this to clients and anybody on the program, is that these numbers are based off of numbers that you're capable of doing. So it's not like the program is just throwing a number at me that is based on nothing. You know, it's based on my current capabilities. So even though I'm a little bit intimidated by it, I've done well over this in the past. But like I said, it's just been a while. I know that I can do this. I know that the program is not going to steer me wrong. It's going to push me, yes, but it's based on my abilities, my past numbers. So all in all, I mean, I'm ready for it. I just had to be honest with you because intimidation on heavy weeks is a part of training. You can't just waltz into the gym every time and just expect to never be a little bit afraid or never be intimidated by prescribed numbers when you're following a program that pushes you. Pushing you it incites intimidation, a little bit of fear, some anxiety, things like that. That's good though, it builds character. So today's a character building day for me, and let's get into it. Deadlifts right off the bat, 90% one rep max. This is week 9 of GST size, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready to show you what I can do here, show myself, more importantly, what I can do here. All right. I gotta say, I'm really happy that that went up. I was not sure about that. I warmed up 145, 235, 325. Then I threw the 35s on, so I just did 395. Everything felt good with the warm-ups. Everything felt nice, but you still, like, you just don't know. And I felt like that was a really slow rep, but then I watched the rep back just now before popping on here, and it came up pretty quick. So I'm glad about that. I'm ready for sets number 2 and 3. I'm gonna hit the true 400, just throw the little chips on each side and bump it up to 400. But yeah, I just wanted to let you in my mind a little bit. Like I was talking about earlier with the intro, you know, the intimidation factor, a little bit of fear, some anxiety, stuff like that. Do your proper warm-ups, go through your processes, the things that you know are gonna help you, and just have faith. Like, have faith in the programming, yourself, and it turns out all right. So far, so good. All right, again, solid. Have faith. Okay. Ooh. 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 Leave it at that. That was solid. I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, I got the tomato face going. I should. That was a lot of exertion. I thought that was pretty good though. when you're hitting 400 for the first time in, honestly, years, to be truthful, and you hit 1-1 and then you do 4, I mean, I could have done 5, but I'm just keeping it safe. I'm a longevity training type of guy right now. And yeah, 4 was the number for me. I'm happy with that. Touching 400, 4 reps, I'm happy. And I know that my body's gonna adapt to that. That's just gonna get lighter. All right, I can tell I'm moving a little bit slow today, a little bit slower, but that's just because I'm coming up on my scheduled deload. I got this workout and one more workout, and then it's deload time. So I'm expecting to feel a little bit sluggish, worn out. I'm in that deep recovery deficit, the deepest that it's going to be. But I'm still progressively overloading, still pushing weight here. Yeah, like I said, I'm still progressively overloading. This was 205. This was more than I did last time on the second set last time. So I could either stay here, do this for another set, my third set. That would be progressive overload as well, because I'm still up on volume based on that set alone. The first 2 sets alone, I should say. But that felt nice, and I'm gonna go up. It's time for me to move up. I'm gonna hit the 210, and then get on to lunges. Compound City is how these GST workouts start out, man. You visit Compound City every freaking day. Deadlifts, good mornings, lunges. You can tell, man, that opening triple combo is rough, but it pays. It pays. You invest the time, you invest the effort, and you get muscle returns. That's what happens here. All right, like I said, I'm gonna progressively overload this set up to 210. Last time I finished my third set on these good mornings with 205. It was like 185, 200, 205. Today's 185, 205, 210. Small increments over time, they add up, but that's exactly what I'm relying on here. Also, I just wanna mention, I'm moving a little bit slow today, and like I said, I expected that. I'm about the deepest in my recovery deficit that I'm gonna get before I hit a deload week. And that's fine. You're gonna have these days where it's like, each rep is somewhat of a grinder. Each set is tough. It's like an event in itself. And that's fine. That actually makes you feel more proud of yourself and more uplifted when the workout's done, because you know that you went through these challenging events So many of them. It wasn't just one set, like one big AMRAP set. It was every set focused in, grinding the reps out, meeting your quotas, and you just put in the work, and you put in the work from start to finish, and that makes you feel great, real great when you're done. I've been there so many times that I know that's exactly what's going to happen, but maybe you haven't. You know, maybe you've haven't gone through one of these days yet. This message right here, this is for you. Like when you hit that day, push through it, do it right, grind it out, and you're going to be proud of yourself and happy. And your body, you know, your body's going to make positive changes because of it too, obviously. But the mental side, that's great too. That's a really good benefit. Yeah, this message is for you. One thing I'm really looking forward to with these is I'm really looking forward to getting up to that 225 mark. That's going to be solid. That's going to look great. It's going to feel amazing. But I can't do that unless I put in these hard sets, unless I work my way up there. Just one rung of the ladder per week here. This extra 5 pounds, that's another step. Yeah. Okay, if you were counting reps there, you know, I put in 2 extra reps by my count. I gotta admit, it could have been 1 extra. I think it was 2 though. This set felt better than the previous set. So the move up, the investment I made in myself, putting that extra 5 pounds on there, that paid off. Gave me a great set, 2 extra reps worth of volume. It's like 420 extra pounds. There's nothing wrong with that. I was feeling it. I went into it. Focused, strong, came out ahead, extra ahead, 2 reps ahead. And yeah, now it's time to get to those lunges. Last time I hit 55s on the lunges. No doubt today I'm going 60s. Let's keep the progressive overload train rolling here. All right, lunges, 3x10. We're still on a medium rep week here. Deficit lunges, about a 2-inch deficit. Dumbbell lunges. Now when I do these, I'm going to try to keep the dumbbells back, kind of next to my back leg. I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on driving up with the leg that's in front, the quads of the leg that's in front, as well as the glutes of the leg that's in front. Those are my 2 main thoughts. Oh. Rough start, Jesus. That's all right. Yeah. Oh, that was tough right there. No shoes made that tougher in the beginning with balance. But the nervous system picked up the slack. Helped me finish up. All right, now I'm gonna guess that my balance and everything is gonna be improved on this set because the first set, it gives your body that signal. You know, the warm-up sets do that as well. But the first working set, I find it really gives your body that true signal of what to expect. And then the second set effect kicks in and you feel better. So I bet, even though I don't have like a strong platform with shoes here, nothing nice and flat, I bet you my balance feels good. I bet you all these reps are more solid and I could just focus on the quads. See, you can just see the difference. Plus in the rep speed too. They just feel better. Yeah. A few more steps. 3, 2, 1. Big difference, right? Rep speed, balance, overall execution. Everything was improved there. It's that beautiful second set effect. Nothing but positivity coming into this set. After set 2, felt so nice, man. We're gonna get this done. I'm just gonna go in here and just do these reps. Stay connected. Stay focused. Yeah. Oh. 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 Let's do this. No slow down. No slowing down. Yeah. 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 Whew. Gotta watch those toes when you set those down. Like I said, no slowing down. I was just confident going into that. And it showed. I got it done. Whew. All right. Time to leave Compound City and hit some isolations. Man, it's a good feeling. I figured I'd pop on and just talk about leg curls for a little bit here. I recorded 2 sets, so that's what you're seeing right now. Now, normally I don't record leg curls. I don't think it's that exciting to watch, to be honest. I think what I can talk about with these is the isolation factor for the hamstrings. Leg curls are super important, and generally people don't view them that way. I think that they kind of neglect them. They kind of just forget about them because hamstrings are a part of the body you really don't see on yourself. And a lot of people's leg work is more quad and glute focused. When you think about it, like squats, lunges, leg presses, moves like that, those don't really tend to focus on the hamstrings. And that's why you get heavily focused leg days on quads and glutes. And leg curls get neglected, but leg curls are super important. You need them for strength balance between your quads and your hamstrings. That's important for knee health, knee joint strength, and the actual strength balance between those 2 muscle groups. Leg curls are the only way to isolate your hamstrings. You're not going to do it with hip hinge movements. You're going to work them, but they're not isolated. It's comparable to doing like a pull-up for your biceps. You know, a pull-up is going to work the biceps, but it's not going to isolate the biceps like a bicep curl. So this is what leg curls are all about. Hamstring isolation, whether it's lying, whether it's seated, whether it's kneeling. or standing. There's many leg curl variations, but the point is that you really should include leg curls in your programming. And with my GST programming, you're never going to have a week go by where you don't touch leg curls. It's that simple. This was one of those times where I just felt like deviating from the plan. You know, normally I'd be doing barbell shrugs here, and I'd be doing them 4 sets of 10 reps. But I decided I want to do some high rep trap work. I really want to pump them up, get a ton of burn, a ton of feeling, and I just want to change up the shrug variation a little bit. So I recorded this set of Cable Shrugs. You can see I got the stack, got the 35 thrown on there just to make it tough. Shrugs on a cable stack, you know, you got to have a really heavy stack to make it tough. I don't have that heavy of a stack right now, so I had to add to it. The thing I'm doing here, you can see I'm really letting my traps relax at the bottom. I'm almost letting my upper back round over like a hunchback position. And I'm just trying to do that because I really feel like it accentuates that trap stretch. It gives me the fullest range of motion possible. That's what I'm really trying for here, is super full range of motion. Another thing I want to point out, you can see my arms bending a little bit when I pull up. I swear, I'm not trying to use my biceps or forearms or anything. I'm not trying to use my arms at all. But there's just some natural bending that seems to occur, especially when you're really trying to pull up as high as possible. And that's what you saw there. I just wanted to make a point to say that because I think it's important that you know that you should not try to use your arms when you shrug. Keep your mind on your traps. It's another day in the books. Chalk it up. One day away from deload. Now I want to do a training chat today. I want to talk about the second set effect. This chat topic came to me during that set of lunges, the first set of lunges and the second set of lunges. When I mentioned that my balance was off in the first one, you saw it yourself. My balance was off, the rep started slow. Even the first rep I came down and I just stuck there for a little bit. I hate doing that during lunges, but I did that because my coordination was off. My body, my legs, they weren't ready. They hadn't been given the signal to know what to expect. So I want to talk about basically the cycle that goes on with each exercise, like each round of sets for an exercise. I think that it's good to be pretty systematic with this type of talk because I want to think about the body, the brain, the muscles as a machine and a computer. And I think that's a good way to explain what happens, at least in my opinion, what happens with the second set effect. And just one exercise, taking the warm-ups, the first set, second set, third set, maybe more. I just want to talk about the cycle that happens with each exercise. So you got to think about your brain, your central nervous system as a computer here. And when you're warming up, you're giving your brain, you're giving that computer input. So you're telling your brain, the computer, I'm doing this exercise, I'm going to start to add weight to it. This is the form that I'm moving my body through, this movement pattern. And you do that. You start light because you haven't given your computer any input yet. So why would you just start with the max load that you're going to hit for that day? It doesn't make any sense. You haven't given your computer time to tell your machine, which is your muscles, what to be ready for, what to recruit, how they're going to work, how they're going to move. You haven't even done that yet. So the purpose of the warm-ups is to provide input to your brain, aka your computer. So you ramp up in weight without exhausting your system, your machine, which is the muscles. So then you get to that first working set. Now, arguably, this is where you really input the most accurate data into your computer, your brain, your nervous system, because this actually represents the weight that you're using for your working sets. So this is why I believe that, the first set is generally, it's good because you've done some prior warm-ups, exercise-specific warm-ups up to that, pyramiding up in weight, decreasing in reps as you pyramid up in weight, and that prevents pre-exhaustion from that before that first working set. But the first working set really provides the most accurate data to your computer, and your computer can set up your machine exactly how it's supposed to work. And I believe that's what provides you with the second set effect. So you're generally always going to get that second set effect because you always have to do a first set to get to the second. You can't have one without the other, right? I mean, I guess you can have a first without a second, but you can't have a second without a first. So the second set effect, if you think about it, your brain was given the most accurate information, and it sent the signals to your muscles that told them you need to recruit these types of fibers, this many of them, and you're going to move through this movement pattern. And you saw that. My first set was rough, kind of janky, balance was off a little bit. And arguably, that was because I didn't do that great of a warm-up. All I did was a few body weight reps that you didn't see on camera, and then I went straight to my working weight, and I kind of shot myself in the foot a little bit. But after that first set, everything came back into place. That's a testimony to proper warm-ups right there, by the way. So the second set effect, I was provided with everything that I needed from the first, and you saw the rep speed increase because my machine was ready. It was given the signal because I gave my computer the input. And of course, you can give your computer all the input you want, but your machine does not have infinite energy. So your muscles don't have infinite energy, and that's where fatigue comes in. So that's where the cycle of each exercise ends. Warm up, provide input, first working set, that feels good because you warmed up. It provides the most accurate input. Your machine's running great for the second set. Your machine's running great for the third set, but generally, if you're using weight that's tough and truly challenging, you're going to start to run into failure. You're going to push up to failure because your machine is going to run out of energy, run out of gas. Doesn't matter how much or how good of input it's been given, it's going to run out of gas. And that's where that cycle of that exercise ends. And I think it's important to think about that. If you really break things down, sometimes you got to be like, I'm not putting a lot of emotion into this explanation. It's a computer, it's a machine, it's data. You can think of it any way you want. This is the way that I think of it, and I just wanted to share that with you. When you hit your next exercise, think about it as a cycle. Warm up, provide input. First set feels better because you warmed up. That provides the most accurate input. Second set feels best. Third set, you start to get fatigued. You push up towards failure, whether you hit it or not. And then you just move on to the next exercise, and you can restart that cycle over. All right, that's my training chat topic. Not bad. Wasn't the greatest, I thought, but it was okay. Whether I explain that good or not, I'm not sure. But I feel like you're probably going to get my point, and maybe you'll try that thought process in the gym next time. That'd be great. I mean, that's what I would really want you to do. So my workout is done. Yeah, I hit quite a bit of stuff today. The compounds, the isolations, I got it all done. Everything went up in weight. So this was my last GST lift day before a deload week. And now I just have one more press day before a deload week. So I'll be knocking that out. Now I take a 1 day rest. I'm going to rest tomorrow. It's a busy work day, so I don't try to stress myself out on that day and cram a workout in. I want to give myself adequate time to feel good about my workout and not stressed because of it. So I'm going to wait. That's going to be on Tuesday. And then after that, it's deload time. I'm really looking forward to that. But for now, I'm going to go get something to eat. My wife grilled some really good chicken last night. I'm going to have some of that. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to have on the side yet. I'll throw up a picture. I'll make sure to post a picture at the end of this video for you. Okay. I'll talk to you later. That's all I got to say. Bye-bye.
Here's that grilled chicken I was just telling you about. It's marinated with Italian dressing. Man, Italian dressing marinated chicken on the grill, it's tough to beat. On the side, I got a little Buffalo Wild Wings spicy garlic sauce. I like my protein, but there's a little secret here. Aha, ramen. Thai chili, spicy chili, I believe it's called. This one is really good. You can't go wrong with that. I had to do it up. I needed the sodium. I needed the carbs. I wanted the fats. So this is that post-workout meal that I was talking about.